In this video I head off to Wales and walk the Offas Dyke path. I encounter some savage greenery, which is rather like a jungle in Vietnam, before overnight wild camping at Gwryne Fawr Bothy, and then heading back to base camp. The next day I head off up to Bike Park, Wales, where I have a rather unfortunate prang and end up with a dislocated finger. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It will really help my channel. Thank you. Well, the adventure begins. The start of the backpacking walk and a bit of wild camping later. It's a glorious day. The sun is shining and hopefully it will remain like this for the rest of the walk. I don't mind too much if we get a bit of cloud, because it could be quite hot by midday, but apart from that, it should be good fun. Yeah, it's been good so far. Beautiful scenery, weather's fine, if not maybe a touch warm. I think I may have miscalculated and the route may be too short, so I may extend it slightly, otherwise I'll be hanging around at my overnight stop too long, which I don't really want to do. Hey, what are you looking at? Is that your baby? Stunning view, stunning. Again, some breathtaking scenery. Beautiful. Not really sure what this is. Doesn't seem to have any doors or entrances or steps in, or it may well just be people have built it as they've passed along, added a few each time. I mean, it's very pretty, isn't it? Like, people can rave about Italy and France, but on one side of a ridge you have that sort of scenery, and then coming over on the other side of the ridge, it's a bit different. It's very different, but all very stunning. Not sure the point of these, to be quite honest. Must have taken quite some effort for someone to put them in. It's been pretty good up until now, really. I don't see the requirement for this. Okay, so here we are at a pile of stones that I've actually marked on the map, and it's a decision point here, really. If I go on that way, it's going to be quite a long trek, and then I've got to sort of drop down. It's probably about the same distance I've done already again, and then when I get over on the other side there's a big climb, or I go down this path now, drop down and then climb up. The issue is that I've probably got about another 3.5 hours of walking doing it this way, which will take me to about 4 o'clock, and then I've got to find something to do for the rest of the time. Alternatively, if I drop down here, I suppose I could have a little wander around the village. I think there's some old ruins there or something. So this track's a lot smaller than what I've been walking on all morning, but essentially I need to be sort of over there somewhere, so I've got to drop right down and then back up again and then drop back down again. I think the reservoir's over there somewhere. So yeah, should be fun. Oh, the path has taken a turn for the worst, but the view clearly hasn't. As you can see, it's quite tricky and very marshy. Wouldn't want to do this in the winter, really, or bad weather. Okay, so it's got really grim. You can hardly see the path, and we've got all these flipping masses of ferns, which is very easy to trip on. Ugh. Also, they're probably full of ticks and all the sheep around. So as you can see, it's not the easiest going. Out of that green hell at last, and into a rather beautiful wood. I'm a bit of a wood nut, must admit. Any of those that see my orienteering videos will know that I am an orienteering nut as well, and you can't beat running around woods. Right, it's time to restock our water supplies, and to do this I've got a soil water filter. I bought one for my son when he went travelling around the world, and he used it every day and he swears by it. So if it's good enough for India and Sri Lanka, then I'm sure it's good enough for some Welsh streams here. Road closed. I don't know why that is. Oh dear. Perhaps that's why the road is closed. Flippin' heck. That's quite some landslide, isn't it? Whoa. Completely gone. And all that ground lost has to be gained again. So very interesting with the cairn. I think I might add my piece to it. There's a bit hanging up there. So, just made a brew, and I've arrived at the Bothy. We'll go and take a look at it in a minute. But there were some people in there, and I just had to get a brew. I was dying for one. Okay, so here is the Bothy at Gwryne Fawr Reservoir. How you pronounce it. It is apparently very tiny. I don't know what that says. There's something in Welsh. And here it is. Apparently Finn was here as well. Excellent. It's very small. Oh, some dried milk, there's some food up there. The first aid kit. Oh, there's even a tent there. That's quite remarkable. I think the beds are up here. That's a sleeping area. Got a light. That's quite good. Not bad. So here we are, tent all set up. That's my setup, and that is my morning view. Pretty spectacular. It's now 5:30. I'm going to put some food on, and then just chill out really. So food time, chicken curry, dried dehydrated. It's quite nice. Cooked, only took 5 minutes. Oh no, it took 8 minutes.
Essentially all the answers are there. I guess on our history point, let's end up. I've got another quote for you. I was reading F. Scott Fitzgerald the other day, Tender is the Night, and this quote, I knew I was going to talk to you, but I was reading that separately, but this quote.
Lovely morning. Okay, just walking down the dam road. There's a river down there and the access road, I suppose for maintenance, bits and pieces. I'm going to stop and have some breakfast. A picnic area a bit further down. I don't know if any of you watch Hayes Outdoors on YouTube, but I mean, hats off to him. He just walked, he did this for 14 days wild camping across Scotland. And I could sit at the time when I was watching it, I was wondering why he was hobbling so much every day, you know, and then I can fully understand that why now. Just even on day 2, you know, waking up in the morning, being stiff from the day before, regardless of what happened, you don't particularly have a brilliant night's sleep. But I suppose, you know, a bit out of practice really. As I say, he used to do this days on end in the army. Just I suppose ought to get back into it really. In the woods at last, back in my natural habitat. I'll tell you, the smells in woods are just like fantastic. You know, it's very nice and attractive on top of the moors, and you get great vistas, but I don't know, there's something quite cosy about being in a wood. The smells and the animals in it. Yeah, I just love it. Well, here we are at our breakfast site outside of this lovely river. Making my beans and sausages, I think I've got. And after all that yesterday praise of the soil water system, unfortunately last night the sort of bag that you squeeze the water through the filter split. So it's been quite tricky trying to get filtered water. So my lesson from this is always take a spare squeeze bag. You can buy them spare bags. So my recommendation would be, yeah, to always take a spare one. I'm going to sit back and chill out, eat my breakfast, listen to the water, and then crack on. Stunning Welsh forests. It's lovely, beautiful day, beautiful, perfect conditions, nice and cool in here, and it's just lovely. Quite an impressive looking ex-abode. Must have been quite something in its day. It's got amazing views. Just wonder whether it's a castle or farmstead. It's fairly massive. Okay, so we're back in some more wood. I've altered the route again. Essentially, one of the tracks last time was just through brambles and bracken, and it was downhill. It was horrendous. So I'm trying to avoid those sort of tracks now, and trying to find more like this sort of track, which is quite pleasant alongside the river. And then this one does climb a bit, but at least it's quite easy climbing. Not like some of the stuff I've already done on these very narrow goat tracks. We are back at base camp. I've got the roofbox tent on the top and on the back we've got the packer shack. Inside, this just gives you a bit of space to sort of sit. Just cooked a passenger. The pub didn't have any. Got the bike in the back there. The fridge, food stuff, rucksack that I used yesterday. Yeah, so it's quite comfortable. Once you get the fire going or the cooker going, yeah, it's very warm and very nice. Pub's very friendly here. Didn't have any food, which is a bit unfortunate, but I did have a nice sort of pasta with sausages, with a camper meal type thing, so it was very nice actually. So this is what it's like inside here. It's very large. It's very comfortable as well. Very comfortable indeed. More comfortable in my own bed, I'll probably say. The mattress is like memory foam, so it's all very nice. Got lights. If I want lights, there's a roof light there. It's clear plastic above it, so you can look at the stars if you want to. Plenty of ventilation, which keeps it cool during the day. Yeah, it's nice. Don't forget to like and subscribe.